Okay.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Rewind that. It's your girl Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe and hit that notification bell so you know when we go live and we upload videos and all that good stuff. So today I have with me my girls Moochie from Moochilla Reviews and Nita, your favorite diva. Hey girls.
Hey, ew.
Yeah. So we're gonna get into this, guys. You know I'm away at school, and they stopped serving our voucher dinner at 7, and so I got to get out of here at like 9 o'clock y'all time, 9:15 ish. So we're gonna get into this. Hey, Canna, what's going on? So let me just first. I'm gonna start off with my overview. Because I'm gonna be really quick, guys. I literally broke down. Like I'm not even joking. I literally broke. Like when it happens, I was like, I knew it was gonna happen, but it was like, oh gosh. And then after it was done, I just sat there and I just had all of these emotions welled up and I just couldn't hold it. And normally, if I'm watching something by myself and I might get emotional, I can just let it out. But my sons were there, and then one of them walked away, and then another one was still there, and I just couldn't hold it. And I was just like, I was covering my face, and I just broke down because, I deal with my bouts of depression and things like that, and I know how it is. The way he was talking, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I cannot seriously believe that. Go ahead, somebody else.
Come on, get it, work it out. It was sad. It was very sad. I saw the clues, and like I said, I saw the clues, and it was just really sad to see the progression of it, like of it coming. That was the part that got me. That you saw the progression of it coming, and I thought that's why I named it "Stop the World, I Want to Get Off."
Right.
So and it just was sad because he feels like the world moved on without him.
Yeah.
And he feels like he didn't have a place and stuff like that. It was really I look, Little Murda did his thing with this episode. The acting was phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was so believable.
Yeah, and Teak, I mean, he was phenomenal. The
Oh
way he
yeah,
was able to
he
express
was
like
too.
those emotions, it just made you feel the hurt and the pain that he was going through.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a person that is into, you had the S, you can't say it, so S
Mm-hmm.
ideation. I don't have that. Back in the day, of course, you sometimes you go through that. You think you just don't want to do it, you don't want to be here, but I thought that I would be strong enough to sit and talk about it. But as I'm thinking about it, and everything's, the emotions are welling up. And sometimes when people deal with things like depression or anxiety, or just feeling down and out, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't know, I never want to get on here. I like to keep it real, but I don't want you guys to see that side of me.
I know, but it's hard. But during this, we've been doing this now, us three, a long time, and you guys are like my sister, so we have to comfort each other. We have to check, let somebody know when they slip is showing. We
Yeah.
just gotta we building our bond. So that's just a part of it. This is just gonna bring our group closer as well as the people in the chat. We are feeding off each other, and we're gonna just from this point just put out good vibes. And I know it was a real hard episode to get through.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Miss K, I just want to say to you, like, I feel like you like to cover up your emotions, and it's okay sometimes. Just, I just want to encourage you that having emotions is okay. It says you're human. So
Yeah.
I'm going to try to stay strong for this episode too, because I mean, I had a whole 30-minute meltdown after because
Yeah.
I'm dealing with it myself. Not
Yeah.
me, but in my life. And
Right.
trying to stay strong. And with us women, we don't always have to be that. We can we can be vulnerable sometimes. So don't feel bad about it. I'm giving you air hugs and all of that stuff.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me get Pretty Girl up in here. Hey,
Hey,
Pretty
pretty
Girl.
girl.
Sorry, I'm
Hey,
late.
what's going on?
It's all right.
Let me say hello to some folks. Savannah, hi. Samara, what's up? What's up, girl? Suburbia, Tamika, Rainy, J, Owen, 662, Juanita, Show, Tamika White. I saw Eric Iverson, Art Love, Monique Johnson, Halima, Support Gaming, Eddie T. Thank you guys so much for joining us and coming in. And thank you for the super sticker, Savannah. Love you, girl. So we were just talking. I tried to give my overview. Pretty girl. I thought I was gonna be good. I thought that had my meltdown last night, but when I tried to talk about it, it just wasn't working out.
It's
Um,
okay.
Right.
but so, how was the episode for you? Did we get to you, Nita? Did you say what you had to say?
No, I didn't say anything. But no, I was just trying to comfort you. But it was one of the best
Okay.
episodes. It wasn't. I still kind of like Keyshawn's episode the best out of this season, but this was really, really emotional. I really dug it. It was good. I love how P Valley continues to shine a light on the issues that affect the Black culture, and they don't shy away from it at all. Kudos to them and the writers and how they actually weave these things in to make it so meaningful. And it had a lot of symbolism. Um, him wearing that King of Hearts shirt,
Oh,
and in the cards, I don't know if you guys may not believe in the tarot cards or
please talk
whatever.
about it.
The
I was wondering what that was about.
Yeah,
yes, the
I saw that symbolism.
yes, the King of Hearts is the one that reads suicide like in the cards. And so
Uh,
you see the king, and then there's a sword through his head.
Ooh,
I
So
had
that's
girl, you
I had
got a
a
super chat.
thank you, Kenna. Appreciate you.
very
Super sticker. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Always appreciate you coming through.
yeah,
And I hope that y'all got through this episode. Look, we're here. We got through it. Eddie T says that it was a traumatic, like we got that traumatic
yes,
backstory, and before we could process it, we get the final act. That was too much in one episode. It really was. It really was.
it was.
But thank you so much again, Kenna. Appreciate you. So I had a feeling. I kept looking at his shirt and I said, what does that mean? Because I just didn't know. And I know that tarot card stuff, they be having a lot of different little symbols, but I just didn't know what that was. You
Right.
know, had a
Yeah, for
feeling
some
about
reason it made me, because he wore it. It made me look it up. I don't have tarot cards and stuff
that.
like
Right.
that. But when I saw it, I was like, what is that? This is interesting. So I looked it
Yeah.
up, and that's exactly what it said. I was like, oh my god!
Wow.
And then he just
And
kept on
that's the
seeing
crazy
all
thing.
the breadcrumbs, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Wow.
it was
It was
look what the guy said when that was cutting his hair, the barber.
Yeah. How
yeah,
you gonna say that? Casket sharp. I hate that. Whoever came up with that is ridiculous.
yeah.
It's
And
not a
also
good.
there
I
was a
never heard a saying like that.
I hear it all the time.
yeah,
I
Whenever people
never
look
heard
nice,
anything like that.
yeah. Whenever people look nice, there's so many people that say, "Oh, you looking casket sharp." Like what?
That's the first time I ever heard that saying.
Yeah, I hear it all the
I
time.
was like,
Yeah.
who the
Older
hell would
people
say
use
some
it.
stuff like that?
Right.
That's like you marking somebody for
Yes.
death.
It's
Right.
crazy.
right.
And he was looking in the mirror like, "Yup, I'm ready." You saw that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he made peace with it. I think he knew exactly where this whole day was going. Like,
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
I agree with you. I agree with you.
because
yeah,
he kept trying to get rid of little Murda.
yeah,
And one thing that I want to say, guys, about S, because I'm saying S because I think they don't allow you to say it. One thing I will say about S is a lot of times when people uh, talk about or vocalize those type of thoughts, a lot of times it's really just a cry for help or for attention, and they don't normally do it. People like Teak, when they've made up their mind, you can't do nothing. That's why
Right.
some people, when they know somebody's gonna do that, they try to like lock them up or something like that, put them away somewhere, because they are making up their mind. They don't talk about it. You hear it in their language, how they start acting. They kind of be withdrawn. We saw
Right.
through since Teak came, he was always withdrawn. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
withdrawn a lot. What you say, Moochie?
I believe he suffered from the post traumatic stress when he was a child.
Right.
So now we find that out, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Then we find out, of course, when he was in solitary, that does something to a person's mind. With
Yeah.
them being locked up like that by himself all of that time.
Yeah.
And I believe he did use his anger as his defense mechanism to protect himself.
Mhm.
So everybody wouldn't see how can I say it, depressed or sad.
Yeah.
So I believe he used that as a defense mechanism, because he used this anger as that. And you know what, I tend to do that when to use that as a defense, so I don't look like I'm so vulnerable.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna just say it. I'll curse that tough curse. You know it, y'all know it. Where I curse God or whatever. Where that's my defense mechanism to put my shield around me.
That's right.
So we're gonna throw it out there like that.
Yeah.
But when he was sitting on that car looking at everything, and then when he sat inside the car, that's when I saw like the beginning of the like the steps of him preparing himself for it.
Yeah. Definitely.
So I'm gonna get to you in one moment, because I haven't heard from you yet, pretty girl. You were the one who kind of brought it up. You called it. You said he sounds like someone that is going to, take himself out. I remember you saying that. But I just need to get to a few of these comments. Thank you, Eric, for the super chat. He says, why was the barber burning his hair? That's what I was trying to figure out. What the heck is that all about?
That's the new thing.
Yeah, I've seen
Right.
it.
I was like, what kind of method is that? So Eddie T says that there was an Alice in Wonderland symbolism. The Queen of Hearts symbolized the madness in the world around, and he needed to make sense. That's cool. But he had the King of Hearts though, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like that though too.
Yeah.
So
also, did y'all see this picture? Do you see right underneath
I got it.
StreamYard? You could see in this little right by the StreamYard thing. It's a shadow with some horns.
Kind of. It looks like it's supposed to be like a hat, but it's really curled up though, right?
No. It's horns.
It looks like horns.
I circled it.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that's so eerie, guys.
Nina
Ray. Hi, Nina Ray. Yeah, Nina Ray says blues guitarist Robert Johnson picture was on the wall. He supposedly sold his soul to the devil to learn how to play the guitar. Yeah, I remember me and you were talking about that, Moochie.
Huh?
We were talking about that. How
the documentary on Netflix.
Yeah. He went to this crossroads and everything. The Rainy J says, my ex came home from a trip and stayed in his room for 2 days, wouldn't talk, and I came down the steps. He had a bag over his head. Jesus.
Wow.
Oh, gosh. I first heard Cass get sharp in Medea's family reunion talking to the abusive husband as he was about to get beat up by his wife.
Oh, okay.
It's definitely a popular saying, and I never
that was my first time hearing it. I mean, if it was in one of the Medea movies, I didn't pay attention to it.
Yeah, and it was definitely used as a pun, like the real pun, because Medea didn't like her. You know what I mean? Like him. Yeah.
Right. This is sad. And you guys are talking about the horns. Remember how when he told the story about his mom killing his siblings, he was saying the devil got her and the devil was in me now. You know what I'm saying? So it's fun. It's just symbolism all over the place. But go ahead, pretty girl. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It was definitely it was very sad and heavy, but it also was beautifully done, I guess. There were a lot of symbolisms. I mean, I counted several in my review, that took maybe a second look to see. But yeah, I definitely, it was a lot. I had an ex-boyfriend who committed suicide. So I can definitely understand the heaviness of it. But like I said, it was beautifully done, even though it was traumatic.
Yeah, very, very traumatic. um, Tall Glass says that, hey, ladies, also the barber only did the front and sides of his hair, not the back. Casket ready. We got to see the back of the head in the casket. Mm, that's
I don't
crazy.
even know if we're gonna even see that. It was a
Mm,
headshot.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this is something that Eric is asking. He said, do you all think the death game they played all throughout this season was a sign that he was gonna die? Absolutely. I've been saying, y'all know I've been calling the death game. I said it's gonna be a couple of them out of that 5 on the murder tour. If y'all look at when you click on the link to this, so last week's live and this week's live, I said the murder games done turned, the killer game done turned real. The second one today, I said 2 down, how many to go from the murder tour. Now we only have Wody left, Little Murder, and what's his name? What's her Mississippi Keyshawn. I don't really think any of them are gonna die, but I did call that more than one person was gonna die. You know what I'm saying? That murder game or killer game, that was just too much. They really should. That just goes to show you need to be careful what what you playing around with, how what you're speaking. You know what I'm saying? And he was the first person to if
Yeah.
you while the game was going on, Rome was the last person to get winked at, and Teak was the first. And he it was a kind of the introduction to the game, and Lil Murda winked at him, right? So guys, we're gonna obviously get back to some of this, but we're gonna go on ahead and Moochie, why don't you lighten it up and talk about your favorite scene or part, and if there is any. I mean, no, there has to be. There's something. I got one.
My favorite part was when they turned that water off on him.
Oh,
He was like, "Wait a minute, wait a
you ain't
minute."
paid me. He was like, you ain't
Even
paid
though it
me.
was a quick part.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely that was a good one. What about you, Nita?
I guess my favorite part for me was just seeing T kind of go through some happiness a little bit of the joy, like
Mm-hmm.
when he was gifted the car. And I was sitting there like, baby, you could give him a lot more, maybe some therapy. I'm just saying, but having
Yeah.
a car, but go ahead, for purposes, how guys are. Gave him that
Mm-hmm.
car, and how, even though he went through the gamut of emotions, I did see some happiness there. And
Yeah.
when Little Murder song was playing on the, he
Oh
was just like,
yeah.
you made it. So I just love to see those moments of happiness with T.
Mm-hmm.
We had another one from last week when Jocelyn had kind of came flying out the thing, and he was like, "Oh
Yeah.
no!"
He was like, she flying. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so good to see a smile on his face. So
Yes.
those were the moments that really did something.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Yes.
that moment too that you have up right now.
Yeah, where they were singing.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah,
like when you're doing the beats and everything.
all
Yeah. I feel like because he had made up his mind that he was gonna off himself, that he allowed those moments of happiness, because it's
yeah,
like, I'm just gonna, like he said, I'm going to. You could have tomorrow. I'm gonna be here for tonight. So it's like I'm
right.
just living my last moments. And even when they came out the barbershop, he was saying, life is so short, you got to live every day like your last. He was really talking a lot, saying a lot.
Yeah.
Woo. So, yeah, I did see Miracle Watts on there too. So what about you, pretty girl? Favorite scene?
One of my favorite scenes was when they was having lunch at the hot wing
Yeah.
place. And I
Yeah.
also thought that was another thing of symbolism when, the flames on the actual window of the hot wing place. They were like flames and stuff, signifying fire and all that. And then there's a little thirsty chick, Murder, and I was like, you might as well
Yeah.
get you a cup of water too, because you thirsty. And she was like rude, but I took it as like a last meal, if you will. For
Wow. Last Supper.
yeah, I took it, but I love the apology that Murder gave, and I also like how he spoke of Clifford, just
Yeah.
saying that, he was like eating a funnel cake,
Yeah,
at a
like once a
fair,
year or
and
something.
clips and hitting the jackpot. So he really expresses love. But I was like, why couldn't you say that on the postcards? Like, but I guess he
Right.
had to come into his own feelings. But I'm like, come on, you're an artist, you're a poet. Come on, do a little better with these postcards.
It's different when you love somebody. You just afraid sometimes to
Mm-hmm.
let the other person know that you're vulnerable.
Yeah,
So
Right.
maybe that's what it is with him, and your mind go blank. You
yeah,
could be
Mhm.
the best writer in the world, but like you talking about your heart,
Yeah.
so you might have a hard time like really expressing yourself.
But he can write it,
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I
and
know.
he didn't,
Yo,
which is weird, right? Because
Yeah.
it's like
I
you can
think
write.
I think Keyshawn had to start him off, and then he
Hmm.
got used to it.
Yeah. Oh. Jay Alexander says that, I'm sorry, Alexandria says, Teak just wanted to be wanted by somebody, his mom, this world, and Little Murda made him feel unwanted.
Huh?
Mm. I
Yeah,
don't
he
know.
made him feel unwanted.
I don't know.
I
I think
disagree.
he was. I think that he was. I think he was already going through a lot already, and like he said, I was in the hole long before I went in the hole for you. Right, like when that tragedy happened with his siblings, that's been haunting him for years. And the crazy thing is, before he knew what he was gonna do, he decided he wanted to go back to that house. That's crazy. He probably would have never wanted to go there if he wasn't going to do that to himself.
Right, right. And
Um,
it feels like he had a little bit of survivor's remorse. Like,
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
yeah, so it was tragic.
And
It was a lot.
when
And
he talked
this
about
is
running, I'm sorry.
no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I said when he talked about running, how, and like a little boy running that fast
Mm-hmm.
away
Yeah.
from everything.
And it's sad that he didn't realize that God had a plan for him if he was the one that survived. Instead, he took it as almost like the movie Final Destination, where it's like, oh, death skipped me, so I must be next, or I was supposed to be gone a long time ago. It was like, no, that means you have a purpose. Instead of looking at it like that, he looked at it like I cheated death, or I was supposed to be dead, and all of this stuff. So I just find that for me, and everybody doesn't believe in God or nothing, but for me as a spiritual person, that's the part that I feel like is sad also, that he couldn't see that he could have had so much more to offer, that there's so many people out there that he could probably lend that help to if he got himself together and had therapy and all of that. There's a lot of people that are hurting like him that need to talk, and they need to, you know what I'm saying, get those kind of feelings out. So that was pretty messed up. But I'm gonna go on ahead and talk about my what was this favorite moment? Okay, so one of my favorite moments was when they heard the song on the radio, and Murda, he was so. I love when he gets hyped about his music, like that time when he heard his song in P Valley at the Pink, and he was out there like almost crying. Yeah, I was like, oh, I love how passionate he gets about his stuff. And then when he heard it on the radio, he was going off in the parking lot. Teak started going off. Teak looked so genuinely happy. He helped. We were laughing when he helped him get on the car. I was like, yes.
So good.
I loved it. Like at the end of the day, they just seemed like they were such. I know that they were, I guess, lovers, but it just seemed like they were real good homies. So I just think it's tragic that even he did that in front of Little Murda, like right in front of him.
I know.
Yeah. And but the thing was is that he kept trying to get away from him.
Yeah, he did.
I was like, I guess he really didn't leave him no choice, because it was just like he was like, just drop me off. Me off. I was just like, I knew it.
And he's like, no, we gonna stay here till the sun come up.
Mm-hmm. And remember in the beginning how it was just weird, because it looked like it was a dream, right? Mm-hmm. They got on white, and for some reason Murda just looked weird to me. Like he had this kind of like a light around him. It was something about him, right? And he had the white suit on and everything, but it was just weird to me. So I'm like, is this a dream? So everything, like that whole little sequence, it just looked really weird to me.
When
And
he got the car,
and I thought
Yeah.
it was a dream, but it wasn't. And I was
when he
like,
got the car and they was cheering for him and they showed him sitting on the car, it was like a glow around him.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what else I said? As time was going by, and I remember like all day, of course, this is one day, and we see Murda has this white suit on, and I was like, oh, it's definitely gonna happen. And the blood is, I just knew it. The blood is gonna get on him and everything, and I was just like, oh gosh, you know how you just kind of wishing that he could talk him out of it. But then I started, like, you was putting things together. You saw the sweater that he had on, and then I watched how little Murda had the white suit on, and it was just weird. And I said, they're not doing this for nothing. They're setting this up. We know that blood is gonna get on him,
Right.
and that's exactly what the heck happened. So now we're just gonna go into the scratch in my head moment, if you have any. Start with you, Nita. Do you have a scratch in my head moment?
Scratching my head moment. No, I don't know. I felt like I was clear on pretty much everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the only thing that really kind of made me feel uneasy was when Keyshawn finally pulled out the pink gun. We all know that she has the pink gun, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for her having little children and then she just keeps tucking it away, or she'll put it somewhere like is unsafe. Like it just felt like a red flag to me. First she put it in the baby bag, then she tucked it on the side of the couch, and I'm just like, the way the writers play out certain scenarios, because y'all know when little kids get weapons in their hands and they're loaded and some kind of something goes off. Don't wish that on nothing, but I was just like, no, please, just, I don't know. It was just one of those eerie feelings we kept getting from, her just being unsafe with the gun or whatever. So,
I hope not. Because the 3-year-old could definitely get a hold of it. Yes. But can he pull the trigger? Does he need that 7 pounds of pressure?
But his elbow, thank God, maybe his elbow, because of that injury, he may not be able to do it.
Yeah. Inga says that the kids might die. Aw. Hey, Tim. Eric Iverson said, my scratch in my head moment was when Uncle Clifford checked his grandma's temp and saw it was 102, but instead of calling 911, he called old girl with COVID. Yeah, that's a good one, Eric. Because I thought she was going to call 911 too. Oh, what the hell are you doing?
I knew that chick was sick.
You know it. Yeah. Playing right into my theory. You already
stinking behind.
Shout out to Miss K with her theory video. She hit it on the head.
Yeah.
Well, that was one of my predictions with her. I don't know if she's going to DIE, but
I hope not. Hey, Purity, thank you. Welcome.
Hi, Purity.
Hey.
Tamika said, I think I'm going to say grandmother, leaving everything to Uncle Clifford. That might be
of course.
That might be good. She definitely would. And I hope that means that she got more money than he know, and get Haley the heck up out of here. But go ahead, pretty girl. Tell me, do you have any scratch in my head moment?
The only one I can think of is when Roulette was at the Spades tournament or what have you. Okay. And she was looking in the mirror and noticed her wig. It was half red and half white.
Right.
To symbolize, heaven and hell to me. But I was trying to figure out what her thought process was in that moment, because she was looking around at the other dancers. Of course, we see she's having some self-esteem issues. So I wasn't sure if she was just kind of just over that night and just didn't want to dance at all, or she wasn't picked to, be, a dancer for someone. So I'm just trying to figure her out a little more,
Yeah, and you might be right too, because you see how the guy, he wanted whispers, and he was like, he wanted to, get down there on her, and she was like, I wish I didn't have to work on my knees, this and that, and I'm like, that don't make you feel too good, This guy want the snow bunny. Is she white?
There's that colorism again.
Yeah, colorism. Is she white though? I feel like they got her white in the show, but she's not white. Because I think I saw
she looked like she mixed.
Yeah, I saw the actress, and she doesn't look anything like that. It's actually unrecognizable. But
oh wow, you gonna make me look for?
Yeah,
Huh?
Yeah, she does.
she
look
is
different.
unrecognizable. She doesn't look
before.
nothing like a character.
Yeah, nothing.
She looked different outside her work clothes.
Mhm. Stacy Lynn, hello. She said, I definitely feel like Teak had survivor's remorse that he survived and his siblings didn't. PTSD is real. He said his light was gone. Yes, that's why it was so sad too. The stuff he was saying was like hitting hard, you know. He couldn't see any hope in his life, which was really sad. Yeah, everything that he was saying, just all the dialogue, just everything, it was really hitting and it was so hard. I don't even know if I could go back and watch that episode. I really don't. It was too much for me per se.
I was a little first I was frustrated because I feel like sometimes when it comes to S, people look at it as a selfish act, or even though it's a lot of mental illness involved and some people can't help it. But I was sad for Murda because he's going to have to deal with this now.
Yes.
He's going to have to deal with this weight. But I thought of it and compared it to Hawode and Rome. You know, he was kind of like ushering him into the light because Rome was evil. But I never looked at Teak as evil, but I still looked at him and Murder as kind of like a companionship.
Yeah. Like a twin flame. Like, yeah. Like they had such a bond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think he couldn't really stop him from doing it. So he low-key kind of stayed there to still kind of give him some type of comfort, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Oh gosh. I need a break. You know, like I just still feel it all up in here. I need a break.
I don't think there's an episode next week, so I think that's probably
Yeah, and before I get into my scratching my head moment, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with Roulette. I kind of feel like her character came on a bit strong, and now it's kind of like falling to the back. You know, I'm not really interested anymore. I had even a death theory about her, but I don't know what the heck is going to happen with that. She just, even her little wild card ways or whatever she was doing, it doesn't seem like it's playing out. So that's a little annoying, but whatever. That's why I didn't even bother to talk about her this season. I'm sorry, this episode, that whole thing with Teak, it really just overshadowed everything. So it's kind of the people like her and Whispers, I was like, yeah, I'm not even going to talk about y'all. But for me, the scratching my head moment, it wasn't really a scratching my head moment, but like I said, he had white on, so I knew the blood would get on him. But look where it is. It's a lot, and it's on his thigh. So that means you see how he had the gun like this. You would think the pressure would push his head like that, but that looks like he fell on his lap.
Yeah, right. That's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, looks like he fell on his lap.
Because
so
if you turn him around, he'd be sitting right. Yeah.
Yep, on that side. So he must have fell sideways right on his freaking lap, man. Whoo! And now we got to be concerned about him now. His mental.
He said he's not okay. He said he's not okay when he ran to Clifford.
Well, of course he's not going to be okay, but I'm talking about, like, you know, down the line, like, how's this going to affect him? Obviously, it's going to be bad.
He's going to feel guilty that he couldn't stop him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to have a lot of guilt around that. I'm just glad that they didn't show it. You know what I'm saying? Like they kind of took out of the car and you know, I mean, it was still bad, but I'm just glad I didn't see it. So
yeah. So how about this? Any least favorite moments besides this? Because I feel like we can all agree that this was your least favorite moment. So besides this situation with Teak, what was your least favorite moment? I'll start with you, pretty girl.
Raggedy Coach.
Oh,
right. I just was gonna say that.
I got some. I can't even get the words out because you so trifling. Like you get the cheat pretty sure for over 19 years. You get a little, you know, apple pie on the side. You rolling the tissy. And then you got trying to pay the girl, and then Mercedes didn't even take the money. So I was mad at her too. I'm like, I understand, you know, a B gotta have some integrity, but girl, a B need that 40K.
A B went to work.
The grandbaby on the way.
You know how to do the master mix on you. You better she should have took that cash.
But I was mad at that. I was just like,
oh my gosh.
She was on the ones and twos.
I hope the Sarah didn't sign no prenup because she need to get them. She need to get her money and go and live her life. like it's golden.
Art Love said, Coach forgot rule number 1: don't invite nobody into your bed. Okay?
Exactly.
He said, "Y'all both broke my heart tonight."
Yes.
That was my least favorite moment too, because how you gonna get mad and you begged her to come there?
Exactly.
You begged her to come there.
Listen, he
I
was
know
wrong.
what it's like
that
when
money
two
back.
women is together. Y'all, you bumping like you know what you're doing. Some crazy nonsense he said. Don't it wasn't the exact words, but you know it.
Right.
Yes.
My thing was the deed was done. It was done.
Right. Farrah said, I'm sorry, not
Farrah.
Farrah. Halima said Farrah's fingers deflated Coach's ego. It sure did. I'm like, what is she doing?
He thought he was doing something too.
I was like,
yeah,
what is going on down there? Because does she
like,
have something?
Girl. She was like,
yo, guys, I thought she had something. The way she had Mercedes going, I thought she had something. I'm like, what is happening?
That's what was happening.
On the ones and twos, honey.
She's on the ones and twos, y'all.
Gosh. Wow. So do you guys think that's the last of them too? Yeah, me neither.
No.
I don't think so.
Nah.
Monique Johnson said Farrah's fingers was crip walking on Mercedes' cat.
Oh my God.
Farrah turned that faucet on, honey. Farrah turned that faucet on.
Mucci, did you say your least favorite already?
Yeah, that was it. I said I agree with her with that one. She took the words right out of my mouth with that one.
Before I get to my least favorite, I want to bring up this situation right here. All right. So there was some scenes in this episode that you literally could not show the screenshots. I'm a little tired of the pornography feeling. I'm sorry, I am. This scene, I know they're real lovers in real life. They probably made it more awkward for me. Excuse me, that's just me. That's Miss Kenny. It was a lot, especially when he turns her around. I said, that must be her real body, because you already see her butt is very huge already. The way he had her flipped over like that and pressing into her backside, I said, this is too real for me.
The only thing that was missing was,
yeah. And I'm like, they really don't hold any punches. And yo, when I was editing my video, my recap, as I was going through it, I put a picture of Autumn Night and what's the dude? Andre. Mm-hmm. And I didn't notice that his stuff was sticking right the heck up. I had to put these little emojis over it. I was like, oh my gosh. It was just like pain.
It was so dark. It was so dark. It was a dark.
It was dark, but so when I saw it, I was like, "Oh my gosh, I cannot show this. It's sticking right up." They have this is like porn. I'm sorry, this is like porn.
Okay, I was complaining about it. I ain't complaining about this, but
to me, it's not soft porn anymore. They're showing everything. Remember how even before, like like if they have nudity, they make sure somebody's breasts are kind of small, so it's not that crazy. Mm-hmm. This chick had her breasts all out, like first of all, she's totally like disgusting. Like, you over here, you keep on coming in that condom. I told you I want that in my mouth. I'm like, you don't even know him.
She ain't care.
She probably with my finger, so she might do something with that sperm.
Did you hear what he said after that?
Yeah, he said something about you ain't supposed to do something with your seed. I forgot.
Thank you. I was down for that. But yeah, Miss Kate, it's porn. It's a little bit of porn with a great storyline, right?
That right. Mm-hmm. They gotta bring that porn in there.
Is that what they complain about with porn? The storylines be trash. So
I mean, you can't have it both ways. All that was missing was
Moochie never cares about the sex scene. She always be here for it. It's for me, it's always awkward. I can't deal with it. It's always
be like this.
Awkward. No, it's awkward to me.
The glasses.
Look, right.
I do feel uncomfortable. Say like if I'm in a movie theater and there's around a lot of people, or, watching with. But when I'm by myself, I'd be like,
That's how I was, because I was here by myself. Now I couldn't do no watch party with this
Right, right.
people in the room, and I
Right.
could not watch this with my child in the room.
Right.
That's
And
the
he's
only
a grown man, but I
And-
can't do it. I'll be like,
Yeah.
you stay out there. I'm gonna watch this in my room
Exactly.
and be like this.
pause. Pause for the cause.
Right.
Be like, how
So-
you should have been finished 10 minutes ago. Oh, I had to rewind it.
I'm writing notes. I'm writing notes.
I'm writing notes. Yup. Go.
Oh god.
Purity.
I had to rewind it because I'm taking notes.
Purity
It don't make me a bad person, you know.
Purity underscore 242 said this season is too explicit. It sure is. All right, let me get to my thing. I gotta get ready to get out of here, guys, so I can get my dinner. You know, I don't want to miss it.
Yes, nah.
Let me show you guys, because you know we gotta talk about this freaking heifer right here. This was one of my. This is what I hate. This it's official. I don't like her. It's official.
I've been stopped liking her.
It's official. I've been trying because you know when this season first came on, the show first aired, she was the first person, and you kind of like gravitated toward her, whatever was going on with her, and she was kind of like the main protagonist. It seemed right, but not in a way. But I can't. I really can't. I don't. You can see she's really she's like the devil. Talk about symbolism, Nita. Right? This dress, red hair, red lipstick, red everything. Yeah, red everything. She's just a freaking devil. She meets with this. She meets with. I guess I only have that one picture. She meets with this lady named Georgie Barton. I think that was her name. But she's a rich widow, and the rich widow she wants that casino. And you saw what happened. She made sure that her $10 million deal or offer is going to be accepted. Andre got his endorsement. All that lady care about is make sure I get my casino. You want that little 10 mil for that for the pink? I don't care as long as I get my casino. So you know what that means? They're gonna tear the pink down and all of that. It's just not good. And I just really hate her. I'm sorry. I don't know what she's gonna be able to do to get back into my good graces, but I can't deal with it. Okay.
Right.
I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I really cannot stand her. And I like that Andre at first was telling her, you really would you go after what you want and you don't care who gets hurt or who, you just don't care.
It's true though.
For who she is, but then you still let her, of course. She seduced him. She knew exactly what the heck she was doing. Right. And he wanted that. He wanted that for a long time. So of course he was gonna let it happen. Anyway, thank you, Eric, for the super chat. He said, just like Ghost, I feel like Autumn has a bigger play that she's not telling everybody to help everybody as far as the club, mayor, and city politics that they won't know until the finale, and then it'll all make sense. Maybe then
I hope you're right with that.
Yep. And guess what, Eric? If that's the case, then I can say, okay, girl. All right. Me and you good now. But if that's not, but all she does is say, oh, it's just a building. It's just a building. So how is she going to be able to explain all of this to Clifford, who that is not just a building to him. It's a sentimental place. All right. It's been in his family. It used to be a juke joint or whatever. His grandmother and everything. It's been in his family. So what about that? What is she going to say? She doesn't have any feelings for nobody. That's how I feel so far, but we'll see. Thank you, Eric, again.
Yeah, maybe if grandma dies and maybe on her deathbed, she'll, give him some words to kind of make him feel better about doing something with the pink. Maybe
talking about killing him.
Yeah, she keep talking about grandmother, right?
Name like 50 ways to leave your love, mama. 50 ways to kill Autumn.
She keep on talking about it. She be like, you can kill her like this. You can kill her like that. All sweating and everything.
Right.
So, we forgot to talk about Miss Girl being pregnant, and then we could leave. Yeah. Wait. This is a part 2 that I didn't talk about in my recap. The fact that he was about to tell him, he was like, I take care of business, and then the phone went dead. I was like, oh my gosh. But we didn't really get a chance to talk too much about what happened with Rome. That's all I just want to say. I don't know if anybody want to add anything on to that, but that was just
little murder in the barbershop. Can't believe Rome them effed up and died.
Yeah. Like what?
That was funny to
make
me.
And some people were saying, as far as this scene right here, like, why didn't she call an Uber? I said that. I said, girl, call an Uber.
She can't call an
Yeah.
Uber because remember when she called the Uber for what's that child name? Gidget. He called her less than a minute after the thing went through.
Yeah,
he got some kind of tracking thing on her phone. So if she noticed that when she left the house, she left the phone at the house.
Yeah, listen, if you really want to get away, if you really want to get away, you're gonna do whatever you gotta do. She could have
called somebody to come pick her up.
Exactly, you're gonna do whatever you gotta do. And I'm sorry,
if you little Murda to come get her.
If you can literally get out of the house and walk out of the house, there's no excuse. There's no excuse.
With her big feet.
It's not like she was trapped in the house. Sheesh. So I'm just going through.
Her feet look so big and I was like, where's she? I said, why she taking her big feet ass back in the house?
I didn't even see all of that.
She practiced it with the gun. I'm like, girl, come on, just use it, please. But I understand that position is hard.
She should have shot him as soon as he walked in.
Bam! Right. but then I was saying we don't want her to go to jail. It needs to be
I don't want her to go to jail.
Self-defense,
It gotta be strategic.
Yeah, gotta be self-defense. Yes, Autumn Nightmare. Oh my gosh, Autumn Nightmare. I actually had it up. I had the banner up, Autumn Nightmare. I loved it. I loved him saying that. It was freaking hilarious. So I was just trying to go through to make sure I didn't miss anything, guys. Okay, this is the situation. This little girl is out here in these streets, y'all. What y'all think? Talk to me, Nita.
It's sad. It's sad. The thing is that I'm trying to figure out whether or not she was doing it for survival or she just got caught up, because we already see that her mom is not taking care of her. She got molded fruit and all these liquor bottles in the trash can. So is the girl eating? Is she out? You know what I'm saying? Just scratching and surviving.
Damn wino, the mother.
She been fast. She threw that party last season. It was twerking and online. But I'm not saying Shell's part is not, a part of it. But yeah, she been out there, girl.
She sure has been.
Then, like I said, a drunk tongue speak a sober mind. Only like she probably was talking real reckless to her when she's drunk about how she's a mistake and all that other stuff. Yeah, she said that. So
she's like,
what else is she saying to the kid?
I would never. What are you talking about, Suburbia? Please be clear, sir. He said, Miss K, why are you championing that den of iniquity? Okay, because it says championing.
Talking about the paint. Is
that's what you talking about? So Suburbia, what you gonna do if it closed down? what is I gonna do? What is we gonna do if it closed down? Come on now. This is really sad, but guys, remember, Roulette calls her Big Mama. So they be having foreshadowing little,
yes,
all over the.
She called her Mima. That's what she called her.
She said Big Mama.
She called her Mima.
I don't remember her call. I remember Big Mama.
I remember the Big Mama comment, but she been making references like throughout the season.
Big Mama
down south, older, basically.
When remember when she was showing them saying that this ain't easy, and she was like, Mima, she said that comment.
Well, maybe she said Mima and Big Mama, because I remember when she was on that pole or something, like, was it when she was on the pole? She said Big Mama. So she already called her grandmother. She spoke it, and then last year,
them girls playing with them doggone crystals back there.
Yep, last year, whatchamacallit said that when we found out that this was her daughter, Mercedes said that to her. She said, do you want to wind up being 13 and pregnant? I never thought that would go on.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, this is crazy, guys. This is freaking crazy. But it was a good episode. It was good, but it was sad. It was good because of the writing and everything. It was good because it was, eye-opening. Like we said, it touched on a lot of things that we go through in the African American community and just in general that people go through with mental illness and things like that. But yeah, that's sad. TP said, "What happened to the sign, the positive, negative?" The sign said, "Yeah, times have
Man,
changed,
she's
honey.
knocked up.
Good.
They times done
It's
changed.
2022 now, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a simple yes or no."
I'm surprised you don't see a little baby in a little thing. Like,
Right, and that's how you know. And that's how you know she got money too, because she got the expensive one.
I'm surprised you don't see no baby. Y'all better
Oh,
get
yeah,
go get your dinner, Miss K.
I said 6:15 the latest, so it's okay. Eric, thank you again for the super chat. He said, "Y'all better let Miss K get her dinner plate, because ain't nothing scary than hungry Black women." Oh my gosh, I am. It's right across. Guess what, guys? Now, like, opposed
You
to
need to leave us on and go get your food and come back.
but listen to what happened. If that's what I want,
Leave us on, go get your food and come back.
Let me tell you what happened though, real quick.
All right, you could be hungry in that vending
You
machine.
can't blame us if you don't eat tonight.
Huh?
I said you can't blame us if you don't eat tonight.
I'm not. Go ahead, since that's what you said. Go ahead and talk. I'll be back. I'm gonna go put in my order at least.
All right.
Okay.
From here, like, where was we talking about with this?
The pregnancy.
Did you get to say anything about what you about this whole pregnancy thing?
Me or Nita? Me?
Pretty girl.
You haven't been talking much tonight, boo.
I'm sorry. I'm just, whenever I'm called on. But it's sad because we're seeing, of course, the generational curse.
Mm-hmm.
And it also questions, like, because when you think of things like this, you ask, who's at fault? Is it Shell? Is it Mercedes? Is it a conglomerate of things? Because this girl, her father's gone. Her stepmom's an alcoholic, but she look like she on that stuff. But we ain't gonna say nothing. That fridge, y'all saw that molded fruit in the fridge. Yeah. I'm like, come on, girl.
How long that fruit been in there from when Professor Pastor Woodbine gave her them 2 boxes?
And the boxes was right there in the kitchen, empty. She had the trash was full of liquor bottles. I'm like,
wine bottles. She's a damn wino. She like Ned the wino.
It's sad, but I don't know why. But when I saw this, for some reason, I felt like this may be a way of Patrice and Mercedes getting closer. I don't know why that popped in my head, but it just did. It don't seem likely, of course, based on their history, but I don't know. I just kind of see that, and I'm hoping she did not get pregnant by an older guy. And
you know what, though?
It's bad regardless.
I think you're right with that, because she can't blame Mercedes this time, because you took the precautions to make sure she didn't have this kid. And then this other lady took the precautions to make sure not to give her back.
And it still happened. So
now the question is Mercedes, what is Mercedes? She gonna go back and get that money, I tell you that. And I don't think that's the last of her and Farrah.
No, definitely not.
I don't think that's the last of her and Farrah. Savannah said, I love my Ripple too. I'm gonna go read Nita, what's your thoughts on this? And then I'm gonna read the comments after this.
Yeah, no, I said the same thing. I started out first, and I was just saying it's just a generational cycle. And yeah, you remember when they had that conversation, she was asking her about the guy, whether or not she loved her father, and do you think the father loved her? And she said she didn't know. So I was like, I thought that was that question, and that line of questioning was a little telling for me. Like, I was like, that's something that I wouldn't think, you would ask, you're here. But I mean, I guess you want to have a little bit more clarification. But like I said, I just wonder because we don't know. It seems like this has been going on for a long time and stuff like that. And she's up here driving cars and stuff like, so I'm wondering if she's doing this type of stuff out of survival. But I mean, like you said, it could be a little bit of both, trying to find the blame and the fault and all that other stuff. But I don't know. Yeah, I would like to know a little bit more about it. But I think Mercedes, I think she's going to handle it right. I don't think she's going to remember when she grew up and probably what she wished she had. And she's going to try to right the wrong of what. That's just my prediction with that. But I think she's going to handle it right.
Right. Did you get your food, girl?
I ordered it, so they said about 10-15 minutes.
All right,
and then
cool.
I'm gonna end it because my colleagues, I just saw them, they're waiting over there, so we're gonna link up.
All right. I'm just gonna read the comments.
Okay.
Rainy J. You have to, if you subscribe to our channels, you have to hit all notifications so you get everything. You'll get when we go live as well as when we upload videos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Patrice wasn't on this episode, and who we think the baby daddy is? I think it's some young dude that probably was bringing her McDonald's and stuff like that.
Whoever that, she said Kalan or something, right? Whatever name that she.
Because I think Mercedes knew the guy she was
Mercedes
with.
Mercedes know, but Shell don't. You see that?
Who said I hope it's not Coach's baby? Come
Did
on
you?
now.
Oh gosh,
Come on now. Come on now.
Wait, no, I didn't mean to do that one. The coach's wife played Mercedes. She may have taken the pictures. No, that's not the one. Who said that? Let me see what this says though. The coach's wife played Mercedes. She may have taken pictures and insurance if Mercedes asks for money.
Yeah, I
feel like she was
her taking them pictures.
I feel like she orchestrated all of that.
I ordered black salmon, Savannah.
Damn,
that sounds
black smoked salmon.
I
said black salmon. Okay, so let me see what else we got before we head up out of chair. So what did you guys say? What did you guys talk about? I wanted to ask a question, but I didn't get a chance to.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
I said I wanted to ask you guys a question, but I forgot. It kind of like slipped my mind with this whole
we were
thing.
still just talking about this situation with the daughter.
We were still here. We were still here with
so
that.
It looks like she's trying to push for an abortion, right? Don't y'all? Did y'all see that?
Yeah. In the previews, yes, it does.
I don't know, but come on, her stomach was already sticking out there.
That's what I said. I said her stomach is pretty much out there. Look at it flat right now. So that means that some time probably done passed by, and this looks like it's gonna be a secret that she's gonna keep from Shell.
Okay. Tamika got a good comment.
Another point that I made during my hold on. Uncle Clifford, the baby daddy.
I'm the pappy.
He'll take care of it though. He'll take care of that baby.
Thank you again, Eric. Oh my gosh. Tamika was Farragon give the pics to Mercedes to use against Coach. Remember we were saying that I feel like they're gonna come in together and they're gonna
and they look how she defended her.
Yeah.
Mercedes.
I did mention that. It was on Lamont's channel when he asked us about it. I said I feel like they're gonna come together and do something against. And somebody it was Monique. She said she doesn't see Mercedes doing that because her and Coach don't have a bad relationship. But look at it now.
Look at it now.
Look at it now.
It's always good until it's not.
Exactly. until
he was doing something too. He was like, yeah. Until he looked up and saw the mix going on.
You been cheating on me? No, we cheating on each other right now. What you talking about?
I didn't so about it though. I didn't understand why he was so butthurt.
The male.
Y'all broke my heart. I said, oh my God.
Yank her up.
How is your heart broken and you putting this woman through all of this? And she like just because she knows that you're screwing with other women and all of that, like that don't make it no better.
Right. That's that Jedi mind trick them men try to play on you.
You been cheating on me. I know what it's like. You know what you like. You know what you doing.
It's giving real. I was your lover and your secretary working every day of the week.
Yes. Okay. Shoot. What the heck is going on? It sure was. Male ego was bruised.
Yeah. Look, she already said he had to take Viagra and some other concoction.
Yes, with the blender, right?
Like, come on.
Irish moss and what?
Viagra. Irish moss and Viagra to keep it strong like bone.
It is short. It clearly ain't getting in there. It's not doing it. But listen, the crazy thing is, remember when he called and he was like, he want to basically do it again, the experience, and with the wife and all that. Mercedes was like rolling her eyes, like, what about just me and you? So it doesn't seem like she really. The crazy thing about it is when Farrah gets her hands on her, Mercedes cannot control, the pleasure that she gets, but for some reason it just kind of looked like but she doesn't want to keep on doing it.
No, she doesn't.
Both eyes, yeah.
She didn't. She didn't want to do it. She told him so. That's why I don't understand why he's so mad at her when she said, "Look, can it just be me and you in the phone call?" So you created this atmosphere.
Mm-hmm. That's true. It's true.
You said Jedi mind trick me.
So what about the situation with Shell and you see, I think Nita or one of you guys brought up the fact that she doesn't have food in the fridge. I mean, she's not taking care of the girl, right? But she's big enough still, but it doesn't matter. She should have food that she can go in there and make a sandwich or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't have anything. I made a point that this would be probably a time when she could probably, I'm talking about Mercedes, take her to court, but then she probably wouldn't be able to because she's not financially stable. But then I feel like if the authorities or Child Protective Services found out, Shell can be taken. I mean, Terica could be taken from Shell, don't you think?
Oh yeah, I feel like she could. She already had the police. She got a lot of situations. The police situation with her driving by herself with her drunk in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And she could, if she really wanted to go do it, even though that happened, I don't even think Shell has money to go through the whole legal thing to fight her.
Yeah.
Maybe she doesn't have. She's not working. She doesn't have a job.
She's not working. So
maybe Patrice can get custody because she has a job. I mean, it's unlikely.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
But you know how canal.
Patrice
I know, but if she don't have no option, and Shell need to sell that house and get some bread and get a smaller house. That's what she need to do.
Yeah, but she seems like she's gonna try to hold on to a certain lifestyle. You see that they're well-to-do. She got the tennis going on. She's one of them high sedity folks.
Yeah.
So to be honest, I didn't think she had a job. I thought she was kind of living off of whatever the dude left for her. What was his name again?
I thought she did have a job because remember when they had the party and she came home from work.
Oh, I didn't. I wasn't paying attention. I honestly thought that she had the money because of the guy, the father.
Savannah said Shell don't got a pot to listen. You know what? That's a phrase my mother used to use.
And it's another. Listen, you know why I also say that? I thought that she's kind of living off of whatever he left behind because the way you see how Farrah her husband is rich. So she takes whatever garbage he throws at her, and I felt the same way kind of with I knew his name. They always said his name. I can't remember his name now. The baby father for Terica. I felt like he was rich and she kind of just was like took on the situation. You know what I'm saying? That's why I thought that she was living off of, basically the money that he left behind. So I don't know. So when I found out that she had a job, I was like, oh, okay. See, Jay Alexandria said that she was out of town with her sister when they threw the party. Okay. Yeah. She lost her job. She lost her job due to the pandemic.
She lost her job due to the pandemic. Yeah. So I know she was working.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
and she mentioned, I'll get a job and it won't be on no poll. She said that in this conversation right here.
Yep. Yes. This is live. Talking to all y'all. Hey, Johnny.
To this live.
Yes, thank you, Robbie. Oh my gosh, his name was Cortez.
Thank you. Ahead.
Oh
it's
my
good
gosh.
to have good people that watch the show and pay attention to.
Yes.
Robbie Neal.
All right, guys. So what was the trailer? What was they talking about in the trailer for next week besides the pregnancy situations? Does anybody remember? Because I kind of forgot.
Yeah, I was a mess, so I couldn't.
It was hard. Facts.
I think it was something with oh, you know what? I did watch it.
Me too. And I can't remember.
I did watch it. They showed the thing with Autumn and them having a little words between each other, and then it looked like Ernestine looked like she was kind of bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it wasn't like she was laid out, but
Yeah, it was something weird. Yes, Eric. Like he said in the trailer, Clifford's grandmother was grieving. It was something weird going on with her, and it was like, why is she, whatever. So, anywho, guys,
Did you
but
notice when she, even in the episode when she went and little Murda was at the door, she was like, "Is that you, Daddy?" And I saw her mom
she's
was
already
already
hallucinating.
So she's
Yeah,
seeing
she's
stuff.
seeing dead. You know how they say, how they say before people pass, they start seeing their dead family members and stuff like that. But she's not bedridden. That's the only crazy part about it,
Because
But she could
sick
still
people do that.
Yeah, but she could still be, having delusions, Oh, I don't want Miss Ernestine to go. Listen, they better do something better for next season because this season is doing a number on me. Yes.
Yeah, I think I do want at least one happy ending. You know what I'm saying? I know, a lot of writers said there are no happy endings in this story or whatever, but I hope we at least get one. So give me some hope.
Savannah said looks like she got one foot on a banana peel and the other on the grape.
Leave her alone.
Oh my god. That's hilarious.
Inga even saying it too. All right, look, put a one up if y'all think grandma is
not ready yet, Eric. Stop.
We'll make sure you eating, girl.
Yeah, they said 15 minutes. It's right across. Before I had to walk. Like I was in the hotel part where I had to walk a nice way. I can just go right across. Good. Well, we about to get out of here though anyway, guys. Inga. Oh my God.
Stop it, girl. No.
They're going to play that storyline.
I mean, the writing's been on the wall since like episode 1. I put it in the prediction video I had like a while back. Like,
first of all, I'm saying all of that, but I freaking put out a daggone death prediction for her. So
I did too. So look, and
I don't want it to happen.
She's just so good. You don't want her to die though.
Yeah, I don't want her to go too. Everybody putting up one. Hopefully we can. Somebody said she's out of here.
Thank you so much.
I had a bar funeral, okay?
The queen. Oh my God.
Here.
Roll her casket through the peak, the car
she's
wash.
Out of here. Look at this.
Not through the car wash.
She out of here like strike. You're out. You're out. That's sad.
Y'all cool.
Yeah, Derek is probably next. They definitely on some Grim Reaper vibes.
I hope so. That's the one where I want to be like, yeah. Like
you have a party. You have a party.
Yo, you know what this thing is making me?
The dick is
the
dead.
Upper Room. It's making me think about. It's making me think about one of my favorite scenes with Life when they was like the Upper Room.
I feel like they're not gonna give that to us. I don't feel like they're gonna give that to us for some reason.
Love it.
So I'm gonna bust up in that motherfucker.
Yes, and sing the Upper Room. I don't care if they I don't care if they take me out singing that. Oh my gosh, I love that movie, yo. When they got old, it was hilarious.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That was when it was real funny.
Ugh.
All
right, guys. Are you going live on your channel, Pretty Girl?
Yes, live at 10:05. Me and Bro.
See, we here, Yolanda. Y'all get ready to go on over and finish talking about some more P Valley with your girl, Pretty Girl.
Yeah, the after party's gonna be on Pretty Girl's channel, so just go over there.
Yes,
please.
And then you're going live tomorrow, right, Moochie?
Yes, I'm going live tomorrow at 9 p.m. Please come.
In place of Lamont, right?
In place of Lamont. So I'm just gonna be taking over for him. Y'all come on. It's more to talk about, and we're gonna be talking about some different things, y'all.
Yes. I'll try, but I don't know if I'll be able to be there, but I will try, girl. It depends, because tomorrow, if they hit us with something that's crazy, then I won't be able to go.
Just keep us posted. I mean, you might be able to pop in for a hot minute.
And I'll do that if I can.
All right.
For sure. Love you guys. Eric obviously said hidden gems. No, Eric, not this week. Praise the Lord. But when we do reconvene, it will be on my channel.
I will be out. one more thing. I will be doing also the shot on Tuesday at 9, and then Wednesday Animal Kingdom, and also me and Pretty Girl are doing the Supreme Team, and it's the second episode. So
Nice.
How
please
many
tune
episodes
in.
is in that?
It's 3.
It's 3.
Please tune in. I would love for all of you guys to be there to participate, and
Oh,
just let's get the chat going in the discussion. Thank you, Miss K.
of
Thank
course, you're welcome. I love you all. I love y'all. Demon Tate, hello. Moochie, you know I love that laugh of yours. Boo.
Thank you.
Ow.
Damn.
I love you all. Monique Johnson, Savannah, Eric Iverson, Tall Glass, Samara, Yolanda. I don't see everybody, but thank you for coming through. You know I love you all. This was amazing. It started off, woo, but then it's finishing nice. Thank God. Thank you, Nita. Love you, girl. Thank you, pretty girl. Thank you, Moochie. You guys have a blessed night.
Go ahead, eat your food, girl. Eat your food.
Yes, I will. See you. Bye.
Bye.